The Malagarasi River is a river in western Tanzania, flowing through Kigoma Region, although one of its tributaries comes from southeastern Burundi. It is the second longest river in Tanzania behind the Rufiji, Great Ruaha, and has the largest watershed of any river flowing into Lake Tanganyika. The Malagarasi-Muyovozi Wetlands are designated a Ramsar site. Local tribes have nicknamed the Malagarasi as the River of Bad Spirits. The Malagarasi is the second longest river in Tanzania, at 475 kilometers, 295 miles. The source of the river is near the Tanzania-Burundi border. The first 80 kilometers, 50 miles, of the river form the international boundary between Tanzania and Burundi. Several tributaries from the Burundi highlands join its right bank. After the confluence with the Limpunga River, the Malagarasi enters Tanzania, makes a circle and empties into the eastern side of Lake Tanganyika about 25 miles, 40 kilometers, south of Kigoma, near Ilagala. It is one of the lake's primary inflows. Muyovozi River is the principal tributary, along with its affluent the Congo River. Other tributaries include Ugala River, Gam River, Rufiji River, Limpunga River, and Ngia River. It is characterized as a low-stream river, and its drainage includes 4 biotopes, swampy areas, river channels, a flowing river with a few moderate rapids, and a large double-branched delta. The flow of the river ranges dramatically between the annual cycle of wet and dry seasons, and at times may be susceptible to flooding or reduced to a small stream. Flow is also affected by local agriculture and deforestation, which increase the level of sediments within the river. At Mbaregule, the flow of the river has been gauged to be 6.9 cubic kilometers per year. About 80 kilometers, 50 miles, from the mouth, the river flows through the Muyovozi swamplands, an area of extensive swamps and floodplains and a marshy labyrinth. It passes through the Dodoma Belt, a geological area of Archean and Proterozoic age Precambrian crystalline rocks. With a basin area of 130,000 square kilometers, 50,000 square miles, the Malagarasi has the largest watershed of all of the rivers flowing into Lake Tanganyika. The Malagarasi watershed constitutes 30% of the Lake Tanganyika's total watershed area. The Malagarasi watershed is bounded on the north by the watershed of Lake Victoria, on the east by the closed basin of the southern eastern rift, to the south by the closed basin of Lake Ruaha, and to the east by Lake Tanganyika. Most of the basin is Miombo woodland, with Brachystegia spiciformis and Julbernardia globiflora as the dominant trees. There are extensive areas of flooded grassland in the central Malagarasi-Muyovozi basin, and along the middle Ugala River to the southwest. According to Rosemary Lomaconnell, the Malagarasi and the Ruaha River are assumed to be relict headwaters of the extended pre-rift Zaire system. The Malagarasi predates Lake Tanganyika and was in pre-rift times a tributary of the Congo River to its west. Lake Tanganyika has since said to have undergone both transgression and regression, depositing new sediments, altering the delta, and changing the course of the river. Over its history, the lake level has altered dramatically between 100 and 200 meters. Historical accounts from the late 19th century indicate that it was about 10 meters, 33 feet, higher than it is today. Local tribes have nicknamed the Malagarasi as the River of Bad Spirits. In the late 19th century, the Wavinza people, who ran the river's ferry service from the left bank, avoided assimilation with the Wanyamwezi people because of the natural barrier formed by the Malagarasi. Also on the other bank were the Wangoni, Watata Zulus. Henry Morton Stanley, who considered missionaries important to Africa's civilizing process, stated that missionaries could follow the Malagarasi and participate in conversion tours to Uvinza, Ruaha, and Ugala. The tree species in the Malagarasi basin include Albizia gumifera, Brigdelia micrantha, Cyperus papyrus, Diospyros mespiliformis, Ficus sycamoris, Ficus verruculosa, Isoberlinia species, Caia senegalensis, Parkia phyllocoidea, Phoenix reclinata, Syzygium cordatum, and Syzygium ovarians. The prominent grasses in the valley grasslands are species of Hyperania, the Meta, and Echinocloa. The Malagarasi sardine, Mazabula spinifer, is endemic to the river. The Malagarasi contains several fish species which occur in the Congo River basin but not in Lake Tanganyika. Giant freshwater blue pufferfish, however, occur in both the central and upper Zaire basin in the Malagarasi River. The Malagarasi-Muyovozi Wetlands lie in the middle of the basin, at 1,200 meters elevation at the confluence of the Malagarasi with the Gam, Muyovozi, Ugala, and other tributary rivers. The wetland includes 250,000 ha of dry season lakes and open water including Sagra and Nyamagoma lakes, and 200,000 ha of permanent papyrus swamp. Seasonally flooded grasslands on the surrounding floodplain vary seasonally and with annual rainfall, and can cover up to 1.5 million ha. The papyrus swamps are dominated by the Sexcyperus papyrus and the grass Oryza barthii. The seasonally flooded grasslands include Hyperrhenia rufa and Echinocloa pyramidalis, with Hyperrhenia dominant in the least flooded areas, Echinocloa in more frequently flooded areas, and Vasha nearest the permanent wetlands. The middle and upper reaches of the Igala River include a seasonally inundated floodplain 120 km long and up to 50 km wide. The floodplain supports extensive grasslands, dominated by the grasses Echinocloa hapliclada, the Metatriandra, Setaria species, Andropogon species, Aragrostis species, Digitaria species, and Spirabolus spp. The floodplains include scattered trees including Combretum fragrans, C. albovatum and C. purpurea florin, groves of the palm Borassus ethiopium, and small patches of closed canopy forest on large termite mounds. Vulnerable and endangered animals in the wetland include shoebill, Balaniceps rex, wattled crane, Bugeranus carunculatus, African bush elephant, Loxodonta africana, Cytotunga, Tragolaepha speakii, and Central African slender-snouted crocodile, Mecistops leptorhynchus. The wetlands are home to 50 species of fish, including the dark stone basher, Polymerus nigricans, and various endangered, endemic, and food species. Waterbuck, Cobus ellipsoprymnus, and Hippopotamus amphibius, are common in the wetlands. Concerns have been raised over hippo poaching in the river basin by the Wanyahosa people, who prefer the meat over fish. The Malagarasi-Muyovozi Wetlands became a designated Ramsar site on April 13, 2000. It is the country's first Ramsar site. At 35,000 square kilometers, 14,000 square miles, it is the world's third largest Ramsar site.